everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. If you are new, my name is Shannan and I do kind of daily vlogs, day in the life vlogs, weekly vlogs, family adventures. I vlogged some major parts of my life, including giving birth to my son and my wedding day and finding out that we were pregnant and all of that fun stuff. So if any of that sounds like your kind of thing, then please do make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. But I'm here today with another Buzz update video. If you are new, Buzz is my son. He has very recently turned 1 year old, which is just crazy. I can't believe I now have like a toddler. Like, where's my baby gone? He will always be my baby, but you know, he is a big boy now. And I like to do these videos just for us to look back on, if we have any future babies, to kind of remind ourselves that like where we were at that time, and just for him as well. I just think it's wicked for him to be able to look back and be like, oh, I used to love that, or I used to like that, because he obviously won't remember this time, but I just think it's pretty cool to be able to log this stuff down. So I thought I'd pop it in a video, and I've been doing that for a few months now. I think since around 6 months old I started these videos. But I feel like this one is a big one. Like, he is 1 year old, 1 whole year old. Basically in these videos I just like to chat about where he's at, what he's enjoying, what he doesn't like, any new skills he's learned this month, and all of that kind of thing. So yeah, that is what we're gonna do. And I haven't really got like an order of how I'm gonna talk through this stuff. I wanted this one to be a bit more like, he's turned 1, Buzz, this is you when you're 1. Do you know what I mean? So Buzz, this is you when you were 1. Walking, he is always on his feet. Like, he is always on his feet. The very few rare times that I catch him crawling, I'm like, whoa, like, it's weird to see him crawl because he just doesn't want to do it anymore. Ever since he mastered like being able to stand up on his own. So before, when he first started walking, he didn't know how to like go from sitting in the middle of the room to standing up. Like, he couldn't push himself up, or you know, he couldn't stand up from nothing without climbing up anything. So what he would do is, if he was in the middle of the room and he'd fallen over, he would crawl over to a wall or to a chair or to a person and like use them to pull up and then carry on what he was doing. But ever since he's mastered just, you know, how to stand up, he very rarely crawls, very rarely, and he loves it. Like, he just wants to walk everywhere. He's got really fast as well, like especially when we're out. Like, I feel like he's fast at home, but I notice it more when we're out because I'm like, oh my gosh, please don't fall over, which he has done and he will do lots more times, I'm sure, because it's all part of the learning process. Ollie is far better at letting him like learn from that kind of stuff, whereas I'm always a bit like, oh, you know, like a bit more on edge, and trying to catch him before he hurts himself. Whereas Ollie's like, not, you know, hurt himself, but like Ollie will kind of let things play out a little bit more, because I guess that is how he's gonna learn. But I think we balance each other out with that one. He is now such a chatterbox. He loves chatting, specifically still when he is super tired, but he does kind of chat all day. So he says quite a few words now. Don't get me wrong, there are days where I'll say like, Buzz, say this, and he'll just look at me like he doesn't have a clue what I'm saying. And then there's other days where he just repeats everything I say. There's certain words he says like unprompted, and there's other words that he'll say back to us. So the ones he says kind of unprompted are like obviously mama, dada. He says bum bum, like when you're changing his bum, or like if you show him the wipes, he'll say bum bum. He says more, but it's more like more when he wants more food, or he just goes which is like a very unsubtle hint that he wants more food. Or if you're drinking or eating something that he likes the look of, like he loves the look of my cups. He just loves it because he loves drinking out of straws. So anytime I'm drinking out of like one of my Starbucks cups, he'll just come up like he's so funny, like so cheeky. So yeah, and he says yes, and like, I don't necessarily think it's always in context, but sometimes he just says yes, and he really drags out the S's. And he says no, and he says yeah, which sounds so attitudey. You'd be talking about like yeah. He's so cute. But he also says things like poo poo, but that's more like prompted. So if I say Buzz, say this, or Buzz, say that, like there's words he'll copy back. But yeah, the ones I kind of said before are ones that he just says. I think there are more, but I just can't think of them off the top of my head. But yeah, now I know that like he's able to kind of do that, and like that's where he's at, then like we'll just keep kind of chatting along and trying to, you know, encourage that chitter chatter. In terms of play, things he likes to do are, well, he loves music and he loves dancing, so his favorite songs are still like Baby Shark and Staying Alive, but he also loves, like, if we ever have like the Stones on or anything like that, he's like rocking along, and all sorts of music really. He really loves dancing. He's got really good at like clapping now, like, you know, in like Wind the Bobbin Up, when it says pull, pull, he'll clap when it says clap, 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 and then he waits until it says clap, clap, clap again. So that's something that's fairly new of him, having that like understanding of what to do when, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I've kind of only really noticed that this month. He likes playing peekaboo. Again, that is new this month. Like, he'll just put something over his head and I'll be like, where's Buzz? And then he'll pull it off and he'll be like, no, 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 no. like here I am. Or I'll hide under a blanket or something and be like, where's mummy? Mummy, where are you? And I hear him like coming over and he's like all excited and he's like trying to find me. And he really enjoys to play that game. He likes being chased as well. Like, if he's got a toy, like, and we pretend that it's like cheeky that he's got it or whatever, or if he does take like my phone or the remote control, I'll be like, Buzz, come here, and he like runs off and he's just cracking up to himself. So it's so cute to see his like little cheeky personality really like coming through more and more each month. Again, he likes being tickled. He's always loved being tickled like on his inner thighs, like, you know, like if you're changing a nappy and you go, oh, get him, he absolutely finds it hilarious. And like if we blow raspberries on his feet or like pretend to eat his feet, things like that, he cracks up at. He still absolutely loves his cars. Like, he spends all the time, like, there's just always cars like right around him. He just loves wheeling them and like playing with the wheels, and he'll just sit there, like, wheels are his favorite thing. If he's walking, like when we're out, if I'm stood still, he'll like come over and try and like play with the pram wheels. He's just obsessed with wheels. He loves reading too, specifically the That's Not My books. He's got quite a few more upstairs now as well. Now I know he really likes them. I've been kind of collecting them, so I actually picked a couple up in a charity shop, this one and what one was it, the puppy one. He really enjoys reading those, and he particularly likes the squidgy noses. He's got an owl one and that's his favourite bit to touch, but he loves just like touching all the feely bits on the books. So these are really good. I think it says here that they are $6.99 or $5.99 new, which is quite expensive. I think I've not ever paid more than like £2.50 for one. Like Aldi have them sometimes. I think the Works have them. Yeah, lots of places have them, or they're always on Marketplace, or like I said, charity shops and things like that. But he really enjoys these books, so that's really nice when we're having like a little bit of downtime. He'll come and sit up on my lap and we'll just do some reading. Something else he loves is bath time. He still freaking loves bath time. He's a lot more like confident in the bath now, and he really enjoys like playing in the bath. He got some new bath toys for his birthday, like a car for the bath, and he loves it. And he also loves it when we have a bath together, because I don't know, he just finds it hilarious that I'm in there. And we were playing this game the other day. He's got like these little rubber ducks, and he came up to me and like put it like by my face, so I like went like that and like bit it, or like, you know, put the head of it in my mouth, and then like I popped it out and it just like went across the bath. And I've never heard him laugh so much. Like, he was, I was gonna say wetting himself, which he wasn't, which is lucky because I was in the bath with him, so I'm glad he didn't wet himself, but he was really, really laughing. He goes mad with the splashing, like he goes mad with the splashing. So yeah, he really enjoys bath time. In terms of things that he doesn't love, for some reason this last month, I don't know if it was in the month before as well, but for a little while now, nappy changes have been not a fun time. Like, I have kind of found ways now to work around it, like distraction techniques, but before that, he just is like inconsolable sometimes. As soon as you like go to lay him down, and it's not that his mat's cold, because it's literally anywhere you do it. Like, if I were to do it on a blanket or something, he still would cry. Like, anytime I go to lay him down, he just gets really upset, and he straight away like flips over onto his front, or he'll just scream. So sometimes I do have to do the trick where you like put one leg over him and like change him like sideways on. That is okay, like sometimes it works, but I don't really like to have him crying during nappy time. Like I want it to be like a fine time, so I do try to like sing to him or chat to him or like point out things in the room, and that does tend to calm him down. Like if I can stop him crying, then he's fine for the rest of the time. It's the same with him getting dressed now as well though. He used to like not like nappy time, but getting him like changed was still okay, like clothes wise, but now he just cries for the whole thing, so that's a fun time. But yeah, as long as like I can get him to calm back down, he is generally okay. But yeah, it's definitely harder work now than it used to be. Something that I've noticed more than usual this month is that he has been a little bit more scared of things that he wasn't necessarily scared of before, or that he never paid any attention to before. But now he is getting a bit frightened, or at least he'll have like a reaction where he's like wants to back away from something or cry or scream, and he never used to do that before. He's never been a fan of like super loud noises, but he's really, I don't know, like we were out on a walk the other day and an ambulance went past and it had its sirens on, and he screamed. Like he was so scared by the noise. I obviously like calmed him down and stuff, but I think I'm trying to be a little bit louder with things and like kind of do a bit more like loud noises out of the blue, and I don't know, not to scare him, but to just get him used to it, because I think quite often if it's just me and him at home or out and about, like he doesn't necessarily hear too much. Like he won't hear shouting and he won't hear, do you know what I mean? Like when he goes on play dates with friends, sometimes they'll scream, and he used to be fair, he is a lot better with that now. He would used to get scared at playgroup or whatever if someone screamed near him, but now he just tends to like shout back. So yeah, he's definitely learning and he's definitely getting braver, but I've really seen that like just change in him of kind of figuring out the world. So like we went to the farm, and at first he was really scared of all the animals, which we've been to the farm before obviously, and like he's been absolutely fine, but this time he was scared of the horses, scared of the goats, scared of everything. But by the end he was starting to be a bit braver, and we've gone back a few times since and he's been absolutely fine, and he's actually wanted to go over to them and wanted to like put his hand up to feed them and stuff like that. So yeah, he is definitely getting there, but I just think he's starting to kind of find his feet and figure out what he likes and doesn't like it. Something else he was scared of actually was when it was his birthday. I was blowing up a few balloons and he did not like them. Like there was a balloon like on the other side of the room, and he was sat with me and he kept just looking over it and going, "Ooh," or like looking at it and screaming out, or if it went anywhere near him he would just cry. But after a few days, after he'd seen other people like being okay with the balloons and stuff like that, he was absolutely fine. But it's just about like getting them used to stuff, and like I said, he's just figuring out his feet, and bless him. He has been a little bit like clingier and cuddlier this month, and he'll be walking around or whatever, and then he'll all of a sudden just come up to my legs, like with his arms up in the air, like, and he'll just like hold on to my legs, or he'll want up for a cuddle, or he'll like want to sit with me for a cuddle. He definitely went through a phase after he was like a baby that didn't need cuddles as much. He definitely went through a phase, like at night obviously he still has cuddles and stuff if he wakes up or if he's tired or whatever, but yeah, he went through a phase of not really wanting cuddles, but now they're back. Like he definitely is getting cuddlier and a little bit clingier. I feel like sorry, it's very windy outside. There's stuff like rattling about. It's so windy. I hope the camera's not picking up on it too much. But yeah, he is clingier, and I feel like, yeah, he definitely notices that I'm not there. Like he, and Ollie definitely, but if it's between me and Ollie, if we're both there, he'll quite often seem to, like, if he's upset, want me, which he's never done before, but I guess he spends like a bit more time with me in the week and stuff. But obviously if I'm not there, then he'll have Ollie over anyone, like he is clingy to him too. But it's just weird seeing that like come out now, because before I felt like he could have just gone to anyone and he'd been absolutely fine. And he still can, like he's still fine with people, he still loves people. Everyone always comments on how he's the smiliest baby they've ever seen when he's in shops and stuff, because he literally goes out of his way to be like, to everyone. Like he is so funny. You see proper miserable looking people, like really grumpy people, and he'll smile at them, and quite often it does like make them smile too. Sometimes they just still look at him like, and that makes me sad. But yeah, he is definitely starting to kind of know who like mum and dad are a lot more now. He is so much better at eating this month. I feel like every month we're just getting better and better now, and it is the most reassuring, and it makes me so happy to know that he is eating now. He has been eating for a while, but like just every month he's coming on and he's eating foods that he would have turned his nose up at before, and he's got a much healthier appetite. Like he'll eat a lot bigger portions, and yeah, he gives everything a go, kind of. So yeah, we're getting there. There's still certain things he'll be like, absolutely not, but hopefully every month it will just keep getting better and better, and it just makes me so happy to know that that was like the one thing that I was like, oh, he doesn't eat, he doesn't like food, like it's hard work. But yeah, as time's gone on, it's got easier and easier. And just remember, like, if you're watching this and you've got a little one and they are reluctant eaters as well, or fussy, or just don't seem interested, food under one is just for fun. That's what they say. It's to like just get them used to the textures and the different flavors and things like that. Once they're one, obviously they need the nutrients from the food a lot more, as their milk cuts down and things like that. But yeah, just try not to put too much pressure on it, because I feel like the more pressure you put on it, the more they'll pick up on that, and the more it becomes like a stressful situation. They'll get there, and if you are obviously worried, then speak to a doctor, speak to your health visitor, things like that. But yeah, I'm obviously not a professional. I'm not saying ignore these things, but just as a friend, you know, it'll be okay and you'll get there. He has now fully transitioned onto blue cow's milk. So we did it in the way that we had like a little bit of formula left when he was just like, I think it was a week he'd turned one, or like a couple of days before he turned one, around that week that he was turning one anyway. So we started doing like half and half, like half the bottle of formula and then half the bottle of cow's milk, and then gradually like took the formula down. The first couple of days he did have a funny tummy, and then he started refusing his bottle a little bit. He didn't fully refuse a whole bottle at any point, but it would just take a few attempts for him to like want to drink that bottle, whereas normally, and now again, he does just take it straight away and he's like happy with that. So he is still having 3 bottles a day. So he has one at night, and then he has the other 2 during the day, like before naps. The ones in the day now are smaller. They used to be like bigger bottles, like more milk, but now he has cut down in the day and he still just has 1 big bottle before bed. But yeah, since bringing that, like cutting down the amount of milk, I've definitely noticed he has been more interested in food, and yeah, now he's fully on the blue milk and he's really happy with it. Clothes size wise, he is in 12 to 18 or 18 to 24, depending on where the clothes are from. So I am kind of buying some clothes for holiday that we're going on in May, and I'm definitely getting that all in 18 to 24. So I'm hoping that will be fine by then. But yeah, generally now at the minute, some stuff is 12 to 18 and it's tiny and he's like outgrown it. Some stuff is 12 to 18 and it's too long. Some stuff is 18 to 24 and it fits perfect. Some of it's massive. Like it just varies, it seems, from shop to shop. I don't know if I've said about like nappy size as a thing before, but yeah, he's in a 6+ and he wears the ones from Aldi. I like the pull-ups. Ollie likes the normal, you know, not Velcro, sticky ones. But I do find that pull-ups are more likely to leak, but they're just easier to get on. Like when he's being a little cheeky monkey with getting him dressed and doing his nappy changes, I do find pull-ups easier to get on and off. I think that is all I have to say. It's all I've kind of written down in my notes. But I guess if Buzz from the future is watching this, I just want to say that you are the most lovely, happy little boy I have ever known. And it is actually such an honour to be your mum, and you are the best thing ever. Yeah, you really are amazing. Even on those days, you had your jabs this week and, you know, you handled them so well. You are so brave and you're just such a little cutie. And yeah, I'm excited to see what the next year's updates are going to be and all the years after that. And yeah. I'm just happy that you chose me to be your mummy. And for anyone else watching that, I'm sorry, but you know, Buzz from the future needs to watch this and know that I love him very, 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 very much. And with that, I'm going to end the video because I'm getting emotional. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this update. I don't know if I'm going to carry on doing them every month or if I'm just going to do them every couple of months, or I don't know. We'll see. But thank you so much for watching. I will be back very soon with another video, and don't forget to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye guys. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold